Metals and NMDC is the one which is in focus. We thought we'd talk about the fact that they've notified prices at a multi-month low. Will NMDC profitability then be hit? And what is the supply scenario currently in the country? Joining us in the show, Dr. T.R.K Rao, Director Commercial at NMDC, joins us in the show. Mr. Rao, morning. Good to have you on the show. After taking 2 price cuts in the month of December, the word on the street is that you're all set for another 300 to 350 rupees per ton price cut. Are you considering the same, or would you completely deny this?
No, actually, yesterday we had made another price cut of 300 rupees fines and 350 rupees for lumps. That is in line with the cut in prices in Orissa and also in the Karnataka. There have been steep cuts in iron ore prices because of the fall in demand of the steel. So normally, as you know, the iron ore prices move in tandem with the steel prices. The steel prices, particularly from the month of November, whether it is HR coil or sponge iron or the pellets, they have all declined on the strength of a lull in demand, also on the at the backdrop of liquidity problems. So in line with that, we have also reduced prices on 1st of January, around 11% reduction. And we are on, the idea is to pick up volumes, especially from the Baradilla sector.
Okay. But is it purely competition from Odisha's private miners that's prompting you to take price cuts and, you know, continued price cuts at that? And if Odisha miners continue to increase output, which they're expected to do so, do you see prices come under further pressure even from the current levels?
No, actually these price cuts because are also linked to the international developments. If you see in China, because of the it's a seasonal lull in demand in China because of winter cuts, the global steel prices have dropped. As a result, there have been some imports coming in from the FTA countries. It's linked to the demand of the steel. Since the demand and the price of the steel are come down in the last couple of months, so these price cuts were done by Orissa also and accordingly by NMDC also. But going down the lane from January onwards, I think the destocking is over now. There has been enough of liquidity coming into the market. We should see good demand for steel in the Q4 of this year. So we don't foresee any such continuous price cuts. In fact, if you see from April to October, the prices have been on a roller coaster ride. We had very iron ore prices hovering, as high as for the last 3 years. But post October, because of the lull in the demand of steel sector, the prices have been falling.
Okay. So with the Donimalai under limbo and the spate of price cuts, what's the outlook on the top line and even your profitability? Could you see it come under pressure in second half of FY19?
Yeah, Donimalai would have an impact because Donimalai, the Karnataka sector contributes around 40% of our total revenue, out of which Donimalai is around 20%. But when you compare the average sale price of this year with that of last year, it has been very high. There will be some dent, but I think Q4 we are trying to make up the volumes in Baradilla sector, focusing on Baradilla. So whatever maximum we can produce in Chhattisgarh and then send to our customers. So we are taking those steps so that there will not be much impact on the overall top line.
All right. Would you find Indian iron ore miners at a disadvantage given the international iron ore prices having stayed relatively stable, but you're prompted to take price cuts?
No, but in fact, if you see the iron ore usage in our country, only the coastal based plants, they tend to import. Otherwise, the landlocked plants, the steel plants which are far away from the coast, they tend to rely purely on the domestic supplies. So international prices have an impact to the extent of for the coastal based plants, and they're hardly, it's only 5 to 10% of the total capacity of the steel in the country.
Okay. What is the current discount that Indian iron ore trades at versus international prices?
The international prices on West Coast, we are around 14% discount, and on the East Coast, we are around 19% discount compared to the imports. But in landlocked plants like JSW Tornagallu, our iron ore is around 54% discount. So we always price our iron ore at a discount to the imports on landed basis.
Okay. Right. And just a little bit more about the Donimalai mines. Wanted to understand at what legal stage is the case currently at?
Actually, we have requested the state government several times and also had a meeting at the highest level saying that the levy of premium for a mine which was allocated to a government company is incorrect and it is also legally not valid. So we have made our pleas, and after that since there was no response, we had gone to the High Court of Karnataka. Now the Honorable High Court of Karnataka is fixed the date of hearing as 10th of January. The matter as of now stands sub judice.
All right, sir. We leave it at that. Thanks very much for taking out the time to speak with us this morning. We wish you the very best for the future.
Thank you very much.